Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be taking a look at all of the errors and varieties on Washington quarters from 1965 to 1998. So basically all the clad ones before they switched over to the state quarters. And the way we'll do it is I've got a presentation, lots of error photos that I'll clearly explain, and then I'll show the values. They will clearly add a lot of value, so we'll explain at different conditions what the price variations will be, so how much more expensive they get as you get better condition coins. And let's get right into the presentation. And here is our first error on the clad Washington quarters today, and you can see it pretty clearly. It's a double die obverse on the 1965, and there's some significant spreading in the tops of the E, in the R, and there's also some notable notching along the bottom of the T and the I. And then in God We Trust, you can also see some significant spreading in the G and the O and the D. And this one's actually pretty valuable. A lot of these are pretty pricey if you do find them. AU55 here is going to be about $250, while a mint state example would be $500, mint state 63, and there's not even any 65 known. So the price could go up quite a bit if history is an indicator. 1965, there's also a second double die obverse. That's a lot more challenging to see. Here, there's a little bit of a spread in the, notching in the R and spread on the left side of the coin. Also kind of some doubling in the tip of the E. AU55 is a $60 coin. Mint State 63 is $125, and Mint State 65 is $200. There's also a double die reverse the following year in 1966. This one has some significant spreading in, notches in the S. You can see the spread in the T in the $quarter. The lettering also is doubled to the left, and there's no great price history outside of an XF45 coin that sold for $900 a few years ago. So there's obviously some pretty real value there. You just have to find it, I guess. And then 1968D, there's a serious double die reverse as well. These are some of the crazy values I was alluding to. The doubling is all to the left, so there's kind of two tips in the A, second part of the R there, and shelf doubling, or not shelf doubling, but like significant separation all throughout that lettering in $quarter, even in the leaves. And this AU55 is $500, and mint state coins are $1,000 and up, so a lot of value there. 1969D, there's a repunched mint mark, and you can see it's not super obvious, but there's a little bit of a protrusion to the left of the D mint mark. When they tried to punch it, didn't take, and then they had to redo that. AU55, this is a $25 coin. Mint State 63 is a $45 one, and Mint State 65 is $85. Then after that, 1970D, there's a double die obverse, and a few of them. This one is quite valuable. Best seen, you can see the spread in the 1, but especially in that 7, there's like 2 kind of loops in the 7 doubled throughout, pretty thick on the other numbers, but the 1 and the 7 is really the spot. AU55 is $1,200, and Mint State 65 is $2,500. There's also another valuable one, and it's crazy how some are decided as quite valuable and others kind of fall off in price, but here are the markers is going to be found in the Liberty. You can see serious doubling in the R, also some notching in the bottom left of the B. And this is $250 in AU condition, but then $800 in Mint State 63 and $3,000 in Mint State 65. There's also double die reverse. There's 2 of them on this same date, but these are less valuable. Here you can see a lot of the spread in the split serifs in the top of the U and the top of the R. And this one is going to be worth between $30 and $100 based off of condition. And this one I found a little more challenging to see, but I think you can see a little bit of the spread in the T, in the E, in the corners there, and then some notching in the S, as well as some slight doubling in the Eagle's left wing. And this is worth $35 in AU, and then $70 to $100 in Mint State. There's also a double die reverse in 1971, where it sold for $800 in AU condition, and in 2017, one that was Mint State 65 was an $8,000 find. But the doubling is really clear along the reverse lettering, especially in $quarter. You can see the double in the kind of ends of the T and the E, and then all along the A. All of this lettering is kind of notably doubled. There's also the same Double Die Reverse, though, appears a little differently in the 71D. You're going to want to look for the spread again all throughout the lettering, except this time it's a little bit of a rightward spread. So even in the Q, the U, the A, or all of the lettering kind of has it in some capacity. And an XF40 sold for $1,000. There's then a few bicentennial errors. The first one being a pretty strong spread in the obverse for Double Die Obverse. The left part of the L is a good place to look for it. The E all just shows doubling. I think the R is the best place here. And then the values are $500 in AU and then $800 to $2,000 for mint state examples. There's also a less valuable one where it's much slighter. I don't even know if I could see this one on a coin, without magnification or that sort of thing. AU 55 is $20, mint state 63 is $50, and mint state 65 is about $125. Our last coin of the day is going to be a 1989 D quarter, and it's a repunched mint mark as well. This one is best seen by a split in the left part of the D mint mark, and it's just clearly punched over the previous iteration, and it kind of emerges from the west of the letter. And this one's not super valuable. It's worth about $20 in mint state 63, then about $40 in mint state 65. So it doesn't have, the same massive values as a lot of these other ones do, but there's definitely a good variety of coins to be searching for with some serious value and good potential to be found in your pocket change. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me on my website, treasuretown.yt.com, Facebook, Treasuretown, Instagram @TreasuretownYT, or Twitter @Treasuretown_YT, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my future vids.